Caribbean Premier League is just about a week away. It starts on 18th August, and the organization obviously is so important in these times, in times of pandemic, how the tournament is conducted. And I think they've actually done extremely well. They've really taken all precautions and been very stringent. I mentioned last time about Fabian Allen, who's also from the Caribbean, missing his flight, not reaching TNT, Trinidad and Tobago, in time, and therefore he's had to kind of miss out on the tournament. Now that's diligence, and I think it's really needed in these times, because if you make an exception for one, then you make an exception for so many people, including the South Africans who couldn't come, the South African players, because of the hard lockdown in South Africa. So what's the scenario like for the CPL? All games will be played in 2 stadiums across Trinidad and Tobago, so it's not going to be spread across all the island countries. Once all players enter the country, they'll be confined to the Hilton Hotel, from where they'll go directly to the stadium. So in a sense, it's different from the IPL, where in the UAE the IPL will be, the teams will be spread in different hotels. Here they'll be confined to the Hilton Hotel, where they'll go directly to the stadium. All players had to go into self-isolation 2 weeks before arrival, and are in the middle of self-isolation of 2 weeks after arriving. So before they reach Trinidad and Tobago, self-isolation for 2 weeks, and after they reach TNT, another 2 weeks. And obviously, if you breach the biosecure bubble, then it's punishable. As per the Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister, he's personally said that this is going to be punishable. And how strict? I mentioned about Fabian Allen, of course, who couldn't participate or can't participate in the tournament because he missed the flight. He shouldn't have done it. It just shows how seriously they're taking it. And finally, anyone who tests positive within the bubble will be placed in further isolation as per the protocols of TNT. So that player won't be sent back, but as per the protocols of the country, he'll have to be placed in isolation, and then it'll be decided whether he can come back or not. So everything ready for the action to begin in the CPL.